How do you go about changing your life? Do you do it overnight? The answer, hopefully, is obviously a resounding no. Changing even a single aspect of your life takes time, dedication, and effort. Humans are creatures of habit, and once those habits have become deeply ingrained into our psyche, this is a physical phenomenon that can actually be witnessed within the brain. And yet, despite many of us knowing all this intuitively, we still seem to think that we can make huge changes to our lives on a whim. If you've ever told yourself that you are going to start a new training program tomorrow, that involves going to the gym 4 times a week and eating half your current caloric intake, well then you're guilty. There is a better solution. It's called Kaizen. This is the Sino-Japanese word for improvement, and it has adapted to represent a specific approach to improvement. One where you make tiny improvements, take tiny steps, toward the goal that you are working towards. As the old saying goes, even the longest journey starts with a single step. And what is a 1,000-mile hike other than lots of single steps? When you look at challenges this way, anything becomes achievable. In this book, you will learn how to take this concept and squeeze it for everything it is worth. Whether it's your relationships, your fitness, your health, your business, or anything else you are looking to improve, Kaizen will help you to get there. Get ready to change your life for the better. Starting with just a single step. 1. Why we need Kaizen. Before we get into the nitty-gritty of what Kaizen is and why it works, let's first consider the alternative and why it's so important. As mentioned in the brief introduction, the approach many of us impulsively make towards self-betterment is to try and change everything all at once. That example of starting a new training program where you train 4 times a week and cut your caloric intake is one that a lot of people can relate to. Perhaps you have done something similar yourself? The only problem is that this kind of approach completely misunderstands human psychology and the reality of our lifestyles. Think about it. If you are currently out of shape, then it's probably because you aren't working out enough, and because you aren't eating right. But why is that the case? Chances are, it's because you're currently too tired and too demotivated to do those things. Probably you come home in the evening and you feel absolutely exhausted. You just don't have the energy or the willpower to exercise, and that's completely understandable. And so you expect to now all of a sudden pull this kind of energy out of nowhere? You think you can go from being too tired to work out at all and to being able to work out 4 times a week? And let's break down what that actually means for a moment. It means coming home from work and then getting changed into your gym clothes. You'll then need to drive to the gym in the cold, shower after your workout and get changed, then drive home. Then get your stuff ready for the next workout. So that one workout actually takes more like 2 hours, which means you're dedicating a whole new 8 hours to your new regime. You realize that's an entire working day? Including lunch? You're going from nothing to 8 hours? Can you see the problem here? Meanwhile, you're also expecting yourself to go out in the cold. You're expecting yourself to be organized the night before. You're expecting yourself to run and sweat in front of strangers, and to miss out on your favorite TV. You're not trying to learn one new habit, but rather learn a whole bunch of new habits. While at the same time unlearning a bunch of other habits. And that's not all. Now that you're burning 8 hours of extra energy, you are also planning on eating 500 fewer calories. You're going to work twice as hard, while taking in half the amount of energy. This is looking like a great plan.